All right, good evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm sorry I'm late. I only have 10 minutes to produce what I got to say. Before I get started today's topic, I want you guys to let you know that this is a Christian faith-based platform. So I'm gonna keep it ethical. So if you're studying any other religious group, you're more than welcome to join in. I do not discriminate. However, I'm not going to apologize for what I'm going to send out from what I followed through with Jesus Christ to fulfill my purpose, serving everybody here. Okay. So thank you so much. Moving forward, today's topic is going to be signs, red flags of abusive relationship and supportive defensive mechanisms that help produce and support you going over moving forward. Okay. So I have a validated source of a female and a validated sort of a male perspective. So I'm just not making this off scratch. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you an example real brief, real fast, and we'll move forward. Okay. So you have a new friend, right? Well, your best friend. You guys are A1. You guys go to the gym all the time. You guys got the matching fit. You guys go every day, Monday through Friday, putting that work in. Perfect. You got a man that came in now, right? Or new boyfriend, fiance, however, all three components. So he comes in. Now he's getting a little jealous, or he might be a little bit defensive about what's going on, right? He sees your friend, not you, your friend, right? And he says, "Oh, look, I don't like what your friends be wearing. I don't like that. Could you only imagine what her kids wear and her friends wear? I don't want you associating with her. You should just leave her, man. Just come with me. Look, we'll get our own people." Okay, so that's control for a little bit. That's a sign of control, right? So we're going to talk about 3, 4 components, right? Control, blame shifting, and you got sarcasms, right? Abuse, verbal abuse, and then you got gaslighting. Gaslighting is the biggest one that I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so that's one prime example. Second example I got, right, for gaslighting. Why you always going to the gym? Why you got to go to the gym all of a sudden? You looking for a new man? You looking for a new woman? What's going on? Why? Hey, there's no problem you going to the gym. If you want to go to the gym, we can go together. It's not a problem. We can do it together, right? Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. I just don't know why you're going. I mean, I'm going to go tomorrow or whatever, but it is what it is. So what's the problem, right? So let's say, you don't have to go to the gym or you have to find balance in this relationship, right? So we can prevent those situations to happen. Guess what? Because if there's no balance in the relationship, we're all going to fall down, trickle down, and we're going to do blame shifting. And we don't want that to happen. So we got to make sure we find hobbies and something to balance ourselves out with if we trust each other. Okay. Moving forward, right? Gaslighting, another example for gaslighting. You're always in the refrigerator. Why is in the refrigerator? You might as well just sit down. You just ate. What's going on? What, you hungry some? Or you don't like the food I gave you? Blah, 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 blah. Gaslighting. That's another hectic section, okay? But there is ways to shift and pull these situations, but you have to be mindfulness practices. It has to start out slowly and surely and consistently. These can all be prevented in the right way. But the goal is don't try to get that burden and let it build and find excuses for it, right? Example with the friend part, going to the gym. So let's say her example was, yeah, he's always saying that, that you wearing his clothes, whatever. And he's kind of mad about that. He wants me just to fade away and stuff like that. And you saying he's okay, but he be alright. I'll fix him. He does that all the time. Wait, hold on. Now you got the control taking advantage of your life because now it's trickling down. It's putting more in effect. And you going with a defensive mechanism like it's going to be okay. And it's not okay. So if your friends is giving you red flags and say, hey, look, your day one is giving you red flags about situation, you want to take a perspective. Not just your friend is jealous of you. Not just your friend wants what you have. They probably don't want what you have. Okay. To be honest with you, they want the best for you. Okay. So don't feel isolation. Isolation is another tactic. Okay. Because what happens when we get into a relationship, we get so dwelled in, we get so isolated. Just me and you, me and you, me and you, even your birthday parties, me and you, Christmas holidays, me and you, me and you. That's not how it works. Guess what? What if things happen? What if things situation? What if you need your mom? What if you need your grandma, your grandpa? Right? Your auntie, your brother, your sister. You need a family unit that's going to hold you and sustain it. And it takes time to grow and prosper it, right? So we're going to use these effective dialogue communications where we're going to get together and make it work, right? But I'm not saying make it work last minute and sit down and put you in a Christmas party and then we get to know each other. No, you take your time and get dialogue. Be the bigger person. Say, hey, mom, look, I'm with my loved one. Well, can we find some time so we can sit down and go out to eat? So we can see what you like. What do you like to eat? Can we sit down and eat somewhere so we can have a conversation? So we get to know each other a little bit before we start to escalate, right? So we want to be mindful that isolation is not healthy, you guys. We both have to have boundaries, and we both have to find healthy hobbies. Okay. Healthy hobbies, not negative hobbies. Healthy dialogue. So healthy dialogue will help you prosper through this at all times. Okay. Because I want to see family involvement, because guess what? If we don't have that family involvement, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. Not having anybody involved with your life, it's just me and you, it's not going to last a long time. I tell you that, because that's where the negativity comes in. Because if you do isolation, if you get the isolation going, you can only hold that ball for so long till it cripples down to the floor. Guess what? If you try to go on top, the devil going to try to triple you down, and it ain't going to work. So you keep up the good work and try to keep it compounded. Okay. Moving forward, I really want to get a family dynamic going. We're trying to prevent isolation. We're trying to prevent blame shifting as well. The most important thing. Okay. Because these type of things often happens for small little things, small miscommunications, but we have to get a boundary dialogue and effective communication so we can make this work the right way. Okay, so if y'all need a validated source, get a validated resource, not your friend that's doing the same thing that you're doing, right? So you want to get an educated, validated source and say, hey, look, how can I work this out with my family? How can I work this out with my brothers and my sister? Because I really want them involved, right? So you got to put yourself first and make it work. If you want to work, you can do it, but it takes courage, right? And prosperity to do that. Because guess what? Because if you keep doing the controlling mechanism, your kids gonna watch it and they're gonna think it's a good thing, and it's really not. Okay, so I do advise you to get a validated source and make it work and make things happen for your kids and your family, so you can guys be working together as a unit. Okay, so let's say this. So if you guys do want to change, you want to make it work, you want to be consistent with prayer too. So when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed, hey babe, look, we pray together. I gotta pray. Or you can pray yourself, solo dolo, however you want to do it. Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. God, thank you for looking at me. God, thank you for putting a head on my shoulders. God, help me close my eyes on things I cannot see. God, close my ears or open my ears on the things that I need to hear from advice from you, Lord. Because I thank you, because you're my protecting advisor. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Get a validated, educated source. Put yourself first. Get a hobby, a healthy hobby, so you guys can balance the tree. All right. Put yourself first. Don't take all the load on yourself. Balance it so it doesn't go down. Because if you go up, somebody's going to try to trickle you down. All right. Thank you guys. Love you. Have a great night. I'll be on time tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.